I've read about 5 recent Eucharistic miracles. They can be corroborated all the way back to the Shroud of Turin, bracket blood type AB positive. From a scientific standpoint, has DNA tests ever been done to determine Jesus' genealogy as described in Matthew 1:116? And this is from Jane.
Actually, it's never been done because it really can't be done. And the reason that it cannot be done is because the DNA, there's certainly a DNA profile on the Shroud of Turin, as there also is a DNA profile on the Sudarium of Oviedo. That's the face cloth of Oviedo, which very much touch the same face, right? There's a coincidence of 123 different blood stains between the Sudarium of Oviedo, the face cloth of Oviedo. That was the one that was rolled in a place by itself, mentioned in John's Gospel, and the Shroud of Turin's face. So that 123 coincidence, I mean, the odds of producing that by sheer coincidence, virtually impossible.
Okay.
So we know that both cloths touch the same face. So we do know that there's genuine hemoglobin in that blood. We do know that it's AB positive blood type. But unfortunately, the DNA profile on both cloths was contaminated. And the reason that it was because people were touching it, both cloths constantly. So essentially they would touch it or touch the blood stain, or they would, which automatically, right, starts the contamination process. And when it's touched 1,000 times, when artists have put it, against their icons to make their icons holy and so forth and so on, by the time you're done, the DNA profile, though we can identify certain parts of it, it is so corrupted. There's no way you could actually have a significant enough profile to say derive a genealogical context. Plus, you'd have the other factor of all the ancestors of Jesus. How are we going to get the DNA for them? I mean, you can say, well, we could unearth the tombs of some of these people, but it's a very touchy situation in terms of the contamination. And of course, there are very few of those tombs or a body still exists from which to get a DNA profile.
Right.
So all those things considered, the answer is it can't be done.
That makes sense. No yellow tape with CSI showing up right after the crucifixion or the resurrection there to make sure we got a sample or
That's
anything.
another
Or get
way
that
of putting
cloth.
it.
Don't touch that cloth. John came, Peter got there and said, don't touch the cloth. So
That's right, exactly.